Well, good morning. This is Kent Blaylock with SDG Replays coming to you live from North Carolina, but in our replay, we're going to be live at Shea Stadium in New York, where we're going to be continuing in what I am calling the Dumpster Fire Invitational, where we will see the bottom 16 teams, excuse me. I don't know where I come up with 17. Well, the bottom 16 teams in the 1979 Major League Baseball season. It's going to be a tournament to determine the best of the worst. And we're going to be playing from each set of days, one game from that day. We're a couple games in now. And today we're going to be looking and playing where we have the 14th seeded Mets at home playing the number 3 seeded Detroit Tigers. And this is an elimination game for the Tigers. The lower seeded New York Mets are up 2-0 in this best of 5 series. So we're going to dive into that this morning. And so we're going to take a look at our starting lineups for today's game. For the visiting Detroit Tigers, leading off and playing center field, you'll have Ron LaFleur. Batting second and at second base, Lou Whitaker. Batting third in left field, Steve Kemp. Batting in your cleanup spot, your first baseman, Jason Thomas. Batting fifth will be the catcher, Lance Parrish. And batting sixth, right fielder, Jerry Morales. Batting seventh, third baseman, Aurelio Rodriguez. Batting eighth at shortstop, Alan Trammell. And doing the pitching today for the Tigers will be Jack Billingham. For the home team Mets, leading off and playing center field will be Lee Mazzilli. Playing shortstop and batting second, Tim Foley. In left field and batting third, Steve Henderson. Batting in the cleanup spot and playing first base, Willie Martinez. Batting fifth and catching, John Stearns. In batting sixth at third base, Richie Hebner. Batting seventh in right field, Joel Youngblood. Batting eighth at second base will be Doug Flynn. And pitching for the Mets today and batting ninth, Kevin Coble. And that will be their starting lineups for today. Again, this is an elimination game for Detroit. They win. If they win, they continue on. They lose, and they're out of this tournament.
Replay Radio is live from New York.
Live from Shea Stadium. Let me make sure my lovely mug is not in the way. Let me move that just a tad before we get started here. There we go, perfect spot. So leading off for the Detroit Tigers, Ron LaFleur. On the season, he batted .300 with 9 home runs as Kevin Coble toes the rubber, brings it to the plate. It's a ground ball to short. Foley up with it over to first. 1 out.
1 out, base is empty.
That'll bring Lou Whitaker to the plate, who batted .286 with 3 home runs. Coble delivers. Whitaker digs in. And it's another sharp grounder to shortstop. Over to Martinez at first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. And Steve Kemp coming to the plate. Batted .318 with 26 home runs in the 79 season. Coble looking to bring the heat. And a rare play check. This could be a rare play event. So this will be a ballpark check. And he's fouled it out to the first baseman to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down. That will bring Lee Mazzilli to the plate for the Mets. Mazzilli on the season batted .303 with 15 home runs. Jack Billingham on the season was 10-7 with a 3.3 ERA. Billingham to the belt to deliver. Mazzilli digging in. Here comes the pitch. He lines it out. It's a sharply hit ball to Trammell, but he stabs it out of the air for out number 1. That'll bring Tim Foley to the plate, batting .288 with 1 home run. Billingham delivers. It's a pop out to third base. Lazy little lollipop that Rodriguez settles in under for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. No one on base. Steve Henderson to the plate. Batted .306 with 5 home runs in 1979. Billingham toes the rubber as Henderson digs in. Here comes the pitch. All right. No chance for a home run on the stadium card, but it will be a single to left field as we have our first base runner on as Henderson is on first.
Man on first.
With 2 outs. And Willie Martinez to the plate. Batted .256 with 13 home runs as Henderson is on first. Here comes the pitch. And he strikes him out.
No runs,
So with
1 hit and 1 left on.
So with 1 hit and 1 left on, we go to the top of the second with our game still scoreless. That brings Jason Thompson to the plate. Thompson on the season batted .246 with 20 home runs as Kevin Coble toes the rubber and brings the delivery. It's a double into the corner as Thompson leads off with a double here in the top of the second. That'll bring Lance Parrish to the plate, batting .276 with 19 home runs as Thompson sits on second. Coble toes the rubber, and he brings it. It's a ball hit to shortstop. Over to first to Martinez, holding Thompson on second. 1 out. That'll bring Jerry Morales to the plate. Morales on the season batted .211 with 14 home runs. As Thompson takes a short lead on second, Coble delivers. And he gives Morales a free pass as with 1 out, we have runners on first and second.
1 out, men on first and second.
With Aurelio Rodriguez coming to the plate. On the season, batting .254 with 5 home runs in 1979. Runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. And this could be trouble. It's another ballpark effect in column 6. That is the dinger column. And it will be a chance, a 1 in 6 chance for a home run, but it will be a single regardless. And the bases are loaded. Should I send the runner on third? Youngblood. Yeah, let's send the runner and throw it home. And he will be safe at home. So that will be our first run of the game as we have runners on the corner with 1 out.
1 out, men on first and third.
With Detroit up 1-0. As Coble looks to hopefully get a double play ball. It's a looping drive to center field. Ballpark effect is on. Can Lee Mazzilli make the play? The chances aren't good. He's got a 1 in 6 chance of making the catch. And it's another single. Scores Morales from third, moving Rodriguez over to second. So with 1 out,
First and second.
we have runners on first and second. Jack Billingham coming to the plate. We'll see if Billingham can move the runners over with a sacrifice bunt.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
And what will he do with the sacrifice? He does sacrifice them over, so that will put runners on second and third with 2 outs, as it was a good sacrifice laid down by Coble. That will bring Rondo Ford back to the plate. He grounded to short his first time up. Here comes the pitch from Coble. And he grounds it to first. And Martinez tosses over to Coble for the 3rd out. But after the top of the second, we have Detroit up 2-0 as the Mets come to the plate. That'll be John Stearns coming to the plate with a .243 average for the season with 9 home runs. Billingham delivers. A rare play event matters. So we're at a rare play event. John Stearns. And it will be a rare play. A hooking line drive down the line. Batter rips the pitch and sends a line drive deep down the line, and he has a 5 out of 6 chance for a home run. He has ripped this ball, and he's ripped it hard, and it is out of here deep down the line as we now have a 2-1 game as John Stearns took it deep.
No outs, bases empty.
That will bring up Richie Hebner to the plate. Hebner on the season batted .268 with 10 home runs on the season. Jack Billingham trying to recover after that one being launched on him. And he is a little shook up as Hebner gets the free pass.
No outs, men on first.
That will bring up Joel Youngblood, who batted .275 with 16 home runs in 79. Here's the pitch. And this will be a wild pitch check on Billingham. And let's see. And he does not, it's not a wild pitch, he balks. So the runner on first, Hebner moves to second as Jack Billingham balks.
No outs, men on second.
Hebner on second, Joel Youngblood still at the plate. Here's the pitch. He pops it out to Whitaker, Lou Whitaker at second. For out number 1, Hebner remains at second. That'll be Doug Flynn coming to the plate now. Batted .243 on the season. Currently, during this tournament, he's batting .167. Can he get his bat active? And it's an infield single with the possibility of an error on Billingham, who's being a little shaky in the bottom of the second here. And he does not. He is able to stab that grounder at his feet and get it over to first for out number 1 in the inning. But we have runners on first and third with Coble coming to play. And we're going to try to squeeze one in here. See if we can bunt Hebner across the plate. And here comes the squeeze bunt. And he does squeeze him. It's a great bunt laid down by Coble that scores Hebner, moving Flynn over to second. Great bunt by Kevin Coble to tie this game up.
Man on second.
Now we'll bring Lee Mazzilli to the plate. Leadoff hitter. Last time lined out to short. Here's the pitch from Billingham. A single to right field that scores Flynn. We now have the Mets up 3-2 as Mazzilli finds himself on second.
2 outs, man on second.
And Mazzilli is going to attempt to steal third. But he is caught stealing as Lance Parrish guns it down to Rodriguez at third and applies the swift tag. And Mazzilli is caught stealing to end the inning. But after 2, we have the Mets leading 3-2. Lou Whitaker comes to the plate. He grounded out to short his first time up. Kevin Coble toes the rubber, brings the delivery, and he hits it into left field. Henderson settles underneath it for out number 1 as Whitaker goes back to the dugout. That'll bring Steve Kemp to the plate. He fouled out to first his first time up. Coble with the delivery. He strikes him out. Steve Kemp goes back to the dugout with his head hanging low. I'll bring Jason Thompson to the plate. He doubled his last time up. Coble towing the rubber. Thompson digging in. Here comes the pitch. And he flies out to right field to end the inning as he lifts it to Youngblood, who squeezes it for out number 3. As we go to the third, New York 3, Detroit 2. It brings Tim Foley to the plate for the Mets, who popped out to third his last time up. And he flies out to center field, hits it into short center field. LaFleur moving underneath it for out number 1.
1 out, base is empty.
As Steve Henderson comes to the plate. He singled his last time up. Billingham eyeing Henderson. He brings the pitch. And this could be trouble for Billingham as Henderson has got a good wood on the ball. He hits it deep into center field for a single.
1 out, man on first.
As Willie Martinez comes to the plate, runner on first, and Henderson as Billingham has a runner on with 1 out. Here's the pitch.
No runs.
And he hits into a double play, ending that inning quickly. As we go to the bottom of the third.
Top of the fourth.
Oh, excuse me, top of the fourth. We were in the bottom. With Lance Parrish coming to the plate, batting .276 again for the season. He does have pop in his bat with 19 home runs. But for this tournament, he's batting .091. He's not swinging the bat well. But can he end that with 1 pitch? Coble delivers. And it's a stadium check. It's a ballpark effect. And he flies out to Youngblood in right field as Youngblood settles underneath it for out number 1.
Base is empty.
I'll bring Jerry Morales to the plate, who walked his first time up. Coble to the plate. And again, one is lifted into right field. Youngblood staying busy in right as he settles under the fly ball for out number 2. I'll bring Aurelio Rodriguez to the plate. Rodriguez singled his last time up. Coble toes the rubber, brings the pitch, and he strikes him out to end the inning. As we go to the bottom of the 4th, with John Stearns coming to the plate, his last time up, he ripped one over the left field wall for a home run. See if he can repeat that process as Billingham delivers. He does not. He fouls it back. Lance Parrish off with the masks, settles underneath it for the pop out to the catcher. 1 out. As Richie Hebner comes to the plate. He walked his last time up. See if he has a good eye for the pitching this time from Billingham. No, he does not, as he strikes out as the curveball got him swinging.
2 outs, base is empty.
Now to bring Joel Youngblood to the plate, who popped up to second his last time up. Billingham delivers. He singles, and there's an error check on Morales, who does play the ball well, holding Youngblood to a single.
2 outs, men on first.
Billingham looking at Flynn, who steps in. Flynn singled his last time up. Here's the pitch. It's hit to Lou Whitaker. Possible error on Whitaker.
No runs.
Boy, he barely survived that error check. He is a 54 on an error, and it was a 54 roll. So he made the great play, stabbing the hard ground ball and over to first to end the inning. As we go to the top of the 5th, still remains New York Mets 3, Detroit 2 in this elimination game for the Detroit Tigers. That'll bring Alan Trammell to the plate here at the top of the 5th. Here's the pitch. It's hit hard to the second baseman, but Flynn plays it easily over to first to Martinez for out number 1.
Base is empty.
As Jack Billingham, the pitcher, comes to the plate. He's not accustomed to batting, so let's see what kind of adventure this is going to be. He pops out to short for out number 2 as Foley makes the easy play for out number 2.
Base is empty.
I'll bring Ron LaFleur to the plate. He's grounded out both times up. Here's the pitch from Coble. It's a long single into center field. He's going to try to stretch the single. He's got a 4 out of 6 chance, so let's try to get him to second.
It's a 1-2-3 inning.
And they gun him down at second, trying to stretch that out. He's out to end the inning, as
Bottom of the 5th.
it was a great play by Mazzilli getting the ball in to second on time. I'll bring Kevin Coble up first here at the bottom of the 5th. Coble will swing away. Added 196 for the season. Not too terrible. But he strikes out as Billingham sits him down.
1 out, base is empty.
That will be the 3rd strikeout for Billingham in the game. As Lee Mazzilli comes to the plate, who made that great throw from center field to end the top half of the fifth. Jack Billingham to the plate. And he strikes him out for strikeout number 4. As Mazzilli goes back to the dugout. 2 outs with Tim Foley coming to the plate. Foley's 0 for 2 as Billingham delivers. It's a deep fly to left field, but Kemp backpedals a couple steps to make the play to end the inning.
Top of the 6th.
As we go to the 6th, with the Mets still leading 3-2, Kevin Coble on the mound, Lou Whitaker to the plate. Whitaker has gone hitless so far in the game. As Coble delivers, he puts Whitaker up on first with a free pass.
No outs, men on first.
As Whitaker now will try to make him pay as he looks to steal second. But he is caught stealing as Stearns with the strong throw down to second as Foley applies the tag for out number 1. Now the bases are empty as Steve Kemp comes to the plate. It will be hit sharply to Martinez at first. Error check on Martinez. It does get past Martinez as he boots it for a one base error. We'll put Kemp on first with Thompson coming to the plate. One of the things Coble does not want to see is base runners on errors. This is a looping drive to center field. Lee Mazzilli's on his bicycle, but it's going to be tough to get to as it falls in underneath him for a single to center field.
1 out.
So with 1 out,
First and second.
We have runners on first and second, and Lance Parrish coming to the plate, who swings a dangerous bat. He has struggled so far in this tournament with a .083 percentage, but here's the pitch. It's a ground ball to third.
1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on.
And he goes to second to first, a double play to end the inning, as that was a rally-killing double play.
Bottom of the 6th.
I'll bring Steve Henderson to the plate. Billingham still pitching well. Henderson fouls it out to second as Lou Whitaker makes the easy play for out number 1.
Base is empty.
Now to bring up Willie Martinez, who is hitless so far today. He struck out and then hit into a double play. Here's the pitch from Billingham. It's hit to shortstop. Trammell up with it. Over to Thompson at first for out number 2.
2 outs, base is empty.
I'll bring up John Stearns, who homered his first time up and then fouled out to the catcher his second time up. So Stearns to the plate. Billingham with the delivery. Hits it sharply to Lou Whitaker at second. Up quickly with it. Over to Thompson at first for out number 3. As we go to the 7th. And Coble still on the mound as Morales steps to the plate. Morales 0 for 1 with a walk. As he lines out to center field, Mazzilli takes a few steps over to make the easy play in center field for out number 1. That'll bring up Aurelio Rodriguez, who singled and struck out today. Kevin Coble with the pitch. And he strikes him out.
2 outs, base is empty.
It's the 3rd strikeout for Coble today as Alan Trammell steps to the plate. Trammell on the day is 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out. Here's the pitch from Coble. Trammell digging in. He singles to left field as it drops in front of Henderson in left field. So with 2 outs, we have a runner on first.
2 outs, men on first.
Tying run on first as the Billingham comes to the plate. I think we will pitch hit Billingham. There will be a new pitcher in the bottom of the 7th. As Lynn Jones will come to the plate, pinch hitting for Billingham. And Coble is now into the B rating on his card as he's now fatigued. Trammell is going to attempt to steal to get himself in scoring position. Will they hold him? And he is on second in scoring position with 2 outs.
2 outs, men on second.
Lynn Jones at the plate. Coble delivers. It's hit to third.
1 hit and 1 left.
Hebner up with it easily over to first to Martinez to end the inning.
Bottom of the 7th.
So we go to the bottom of the 7th and take me out to ball game plays. I've got to look for a new pitcher. With a bunch of right-handers coming up after Hebner, let's bring in Lopez. Aurelio Lopez coming in to pitch as Richie Hebner steps to the plate. Here's the pitch from Lopez. It's hit to first base as Thompson fields it, tosses it to Lopez for out number 1.
Base is empty.
That'll bring up Joel Youngblood, who's 2 for 3 for today with a single and a double. Lopez delivers. And it's hit well, it's hit hard, and Joel Youngblood has got good wood on the ball, and he will hit a single into right field. It drops just inside the right field wall as he had a great chance for a home run, but didn't get quite all of it.
Man on first.
As Youngblood is on first, with Doug Flynn coming to the plate. Flynn 1 for 3 for today. 1 for 2, excuse me. He flies out to left field, not hit deep enough to move Youngblood as Youngblood stays on first with Kevin Coble, the pitcher, coming to the plate. And he is fatigued. We've seen the last of Coble for today as we'll bring let's bring Cranepole to the plate. Ed Cranepole to the plate. Here's the pitch from Lopez. And he walks Cranepole, who had a good eye. So with 2 outs, we have runners on first and second. And Lee Mazzilli back to the plate. Lopez toes the rubber, brings the pitch. All right, this is an out or a single. Good chance for an out, but we will see. It is not. It's dribbled to the catcher, who swings it over to first to end the inning with 2 runners on. We go to the 8th with New York still up 3-2 And we need a pitcher for the Mets. I'll bring in Lockwood to pitch. Skip Lockwood coming in to pitch. As Ron LaFleur steps to the plate, Lockwood delivers. And he hits one to Mazzilli in center field. And he makes the play to hold LaFleur to a single.
Man on first.
So no outs. LaFleur on first. Whitaker to the plate. Whitaker's hitless so far today. As the pitch is delivered, he strikes him out. As LaFleur is still on first. That brings Steve Kemp to the plate, who reached on an error his last time up. Here's the pitch. He lines out to Youngblood in right field, who just takes a step over to make the play. That leaves LaFleur on first with 2 outs. Jason Thompson to the plate. He's 2 for 3 for today with a double and a single. Here's Thompson. And he strikes him out.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
To
bottom of the 8th.
Take us to the bottom of the 8th. Tim Foley stepping to the plate for the Mets. Lopez still on the mound for the Tigers. Here's the pitch. He strikes him out. As Foley goes back to the dugout. That'll bring Henderson to the plate. Henderson's hit well, 2 for 3, 2 singles. He also a foul out to the second baseman. As Henderson steps in, Aurelio delivers. All right, this will be a ballpark check on LaFleur in center field. Let's see what his range looks like. Can he get to the ball? And he does, as he gets it off the shoe tops for out number 2. Great play by LaFleur in center field. That will bring Willie Martinez to the plate. Hitless so far in today's game, as Lopez looks to close out the 8th. And we go to the 9th. And he strikes him out. So we go to the 9th with this game tight, with the New York Mets up 3-2 on Detroit. And this is do or die for the Tigers, as if they lose this game, they're out of this tournament, and the Mets move on. As Skip Lockwood remains on the mound, and Lance Parrish steps to the plate. Parrish having an abysmal tournament as he's batting .077, hitless in this game. And he strikes out again as Lance Parrish goes back to the dugout with his head hung low. That'll bring up Jerry Morales, only batting .211. Let's see if we can get a pinch hitter in here to try to get something going. We'll bring in May, the left-hander. As Milt May steps in, pinch hitting, trying to get something going here. Here's the pitch from Lockwood. And it was a good call as May doubles into the corner. So with 1 out, we have the tying run on second, and Aurelio Rodriguez coming to the plate. Here's the pitch from Lockwood. And it's a leaping catch by Foley at short to now we see, can it be a possible double double play. Can he catch May off the plate? And he does, as the runner on second is caught off the base. Double play to end the inning, and that will end our game. What a play to end the game. Foley doubling up as he stabs the line drive out of the air and then tosses it over to Flynn at second to double up May to end the inning and end our game and to end this tournament for the Detroit Tigers. So that's our game, folks. As we drop into our bracket, the New York Mets have now moved on. The 14th seeded Mets swept the Detroit Tigers to move on to the next round here in the Dumpster Fire Invitational. Let's play out the schedule for the rest of the week. Autoplay with Texas and Seattle. You could see Houston beaten by Toronto 4-0 for Toronto, going up 2-1. We have another elimination game between Texas and Seattle. And Seattle sweeps that one as Texas goes home. Cleveland winning 5-4. Goes up 2-1 in that series. The Dodgers going up 2-1 in their series with the White Sox. Minnesota and San Diego. Minnesota up 2-1 on San Diego. 2-1 Philly over Atlanta with a 6-3 win. And then now St. Louis, Oakland, another elimination game. And Oakland is bounced out of this tournament as well. So let's take another look at our bracket as we see two upsets as the 12th seeded Mariners sent the Rangers home a 3-0 sweep. But then the second seeded St. Louis Cardinals sent the A's home, the 15th seeded, the only one that's playing to chalk right now. So this tournament is going to get interesting. I'm already enjoying it. I hope you are. I again apologize for the delay in the middle. I might go back in once I'm no longer live and see if I can edit that out. But let's see what we can get done. Hope you enjoyed the game. When you see it, don't look like I had anybody enjoy it with me live, but it was a good game, 3-2 game with a double play to close it out. The excitement of the game. Have a great day.